JuliAnne Murphy here with LaPuraVidaCostaRica.com and also courtesy of South Pacific Costa Rica Real Estate. I am here on the highway, so you're going to hear some noise, but today is day 21 of my video mini-series, 30 days of expat living in Costa Rica. And today we're going to talk a little bit about car maintenance. As you can see, now I'm in Costa Ballena along the South Pacific coast of Costa Rica, and this is in a little town called Uvita, which is kind of our downtown. Here we do have a couple of big brand names of car maintenance shops, like Firestone is one. Here you can do your typical suspension, alignment, buy tires, get your brakes done, etc. A couple of examples. Brakes being serviced and getting new brake pads would be between $80 to $100 depending on what you're driving. If you're going to do something along the lines of, what was my other example? It'll come back to me in a second. Oh, oil change, depending again on what you're driving, would probably again be $70 to $90, maybe $60 to $80 in fact. Now, are there other options than big brand names? Of course, absolutely. But remember that with small shops along the coast of Costa Rica and possibly even in the city, in San Jose, you might be up against a language barrier if you don't have someone on your behalf that speaks Spanish for you, or if you're not fluent yourself. Lots of noise here, that's why they're right on the highway. So something to keep in mind, the Spanish, it's often a common complaint, especially here on the coast, that there are not as many places to get your car maintained. And that is true, of course. You're in a rural, rustic area, you're not going to have the options that you do in San Jose or Guanacaste or Limon or other areas that are a little bit more populated. But we do have options. The challenge that I hear and see with frequency, especially here on the coast, is that non-Spanish speakers often can get into a bind with a small shop and somebody that has a bad intention or wants to take advantage, kind of the quote-unquote gringo tax, and charge you more for work that either is not done correctly or is done in a shoddy manner. So there is plenty of stories that you will hear about small shops, small Tico-owned shops, that for one person may do a great job, and for the next person, the guy doesn't have the parts or can't get access to them, and there's a communication gap, and so things end badly. One of the advantages of going with more of a name brand like a Firestone, yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more money, of course, but you're also going to have a different type of warranty on the parts and usually on the labor as well. Now, for big types of car maintenance issues, like we have a Ford SUV and we also have a Toyota truck, for big stuff beyond brakes and suspension and tires and things like that, if we need to do annual servicing, we take those back to the dealer. And I actually have an entire blog written post on this on LaPuraVidaCostaRica.com when it talks about Costa Rica expat life being simple versus easy. So a couple of examples there you might want to check out. So that's a little bit about car maintenance. Very important, especially when you're driving like we are here on the coast on dirt roads all the time and bumpy roads, 4x4 and so forth. You're going to require more maintenance than you do if you're in the city. Though in that case, you're going to be sitting in traffic longer, so it may be igual, but just in a different manner. So that's it, car maintenance, a little bit about that, again, from the South Pacific coast of Costa Rica. And you can go to LaPuraVidaCostaRica.com, my expat blog, and if you're interested in real estate in this area, Dominical, South to Palmar Norte, go to Costa Rica Pacific Realestate.com. Over and out, day 21 of 30 days of expat living in Costa Rica.